What's going on, world? Hi, Consciouz Crew. It is your favorite favorite breakdown commentator, CTV. Welcome to another riveting episode of the Consciouztv platform. Happy Saturday. I said, I'm sitting here basking in my beauty, with a facial mask on. Just got my hair deep conditioned and washed and cut and groomed and just having a beauty day for a beautiful bitch. All right, hope you guys are also having the same type of Saturday. I wanted to come through with a little hot topics, get into a few things with y'all, and then send y'all on y'all way and see y'all at noon on tomorrow, because TGIF's very own Claudia mother-loving Jordan is going to be in the building with the Consciouz Crew. I told y'all, we talking less and doing more, girl. This is 2024. I ain't got time for these whores. I'm about to show these hoes what's up. Okay? We ain't got no yabba dabba doing to do, honey. It's all work. Because we're working. All right? Where is their scooter? So before we get into it, I need you guys to go ahead and thumbs up the video. Run them thumbs up because you appreciate the kid. Whether you always agree with the commentary is irrelevant. I'm a commentator. You a commentator. We ain't gonna always agree, but you fuck with the platform. You enjoy having a space where you can disagree in, where you ain't gotta be blocked and you ain't gotta be drowned out because you disagree. You get to hoot and holler, baby. You get to raise hell like me and Sherelle and Tyrus did 2 nights ago on the platform. You get to turn up over here. All right, so run them thumbs up because you can't be hanging. I mean, what else can I say? All right. Also, shout out to all of the new subbies. I think we're like several subscribers away from 45.2. You guys know we had another 1,000 subscriber jump over the past like 3 weeks. So we're growing because we're working. Okay. And we're on our scooter as well. All right. Last but not least, please share the stream out to wherever it is you have digital media at, whether that be your YouTube community wall, your Snapchat, your Facebook, your Twitter, MySpace, the dark side of Tumblr, your personal OF. I don't really give a damn where you slap the link. Okay, you can even go slap the link on the Ops platform for all I care. Just let the whores know the real loud, live, and in color. And with no further ado, let's go ahead and push on through.
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, let me speak to my beautiful people while y'all in the building. What's going on, Lovely 31? Hey, Deborah. Hey, VS. What's going on, Jay Goody and the Misters? What's going on, Hood Hacks TV? Hey, Monica's World. Hey, my boo, Rumors and Tea. What's going on, Ray? Hey, love. Big hugs and much love to you. Hey, Dreaming Edmund. Hey, boo. What's going on, Andre? Hey, love. What's going on, Keeney? Hey, Sherry. What's going on, Sharon? What's going on? Is this Quean? I butchering your name. I'm gonna call you Q, boo. All right. What's going on, Rovonda? Hey, Sharon. What's going on, Ashley? Hey, boo. It's snowing. Oh my God. I would love to get some damn snow. That is amazing. What's going on? I am Vicky. Hey, Tracy. What's going on, D. Selmore? What's going on, y'all? Hey, Auntie Trisha. Hey, boo. What's going on, Deshaun? What's going on, Woofy? Hey, Shauna. Hey, Sharon. What's going on, Doze ITV? Happy Saturday. What's going on, y'all? Hey, Jackie. What's going on, Miss Mika? Hey, Brave Getty. What's going on, Amani? Hey, love. Hey, y'all. Not the sirens going off. Hey, Adriana. Hey, Bo. Hey, Consciouz Crew. Hey, Patreon member. Hey, the missus. Hey, VJ, BDTM, Christian. What's going on, the real Brant? What's going on, Bonita? Hey, Vicky. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Kiki. What's going on? Hey, Laroon. Hey, Boo. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Steffi. Hey, V. Hey, y'all. What's going on, Naya? Hey, all right, y'all. So I got a little special guest joining me today, all right? I'm going to go ahead and bring up, okay, one of y'all favorite, okay? If anybody going to stir the pot and shake the damn table, it is going to be this man here. The
Agent of chaos. Let's get it.
We just gonna call Tyrus Chef Boyardee, okay? Because he gonna stir, baby. What's going on, Tyrus?
Oh man, I'm happy today. Conscious, what's going on with you?
I am happy as well. Let me tell y'all, Tyrus' wife cooked him a stuffed bell pepper that had his ass in a chokehold. I'm talking about Tyrus was in a damn altered state of consciousness. He could have went and filed a disability claim. The way that stuffed bell pepper had his ass clogged up. So I'm happy you're here. I'm glad you're joining me. I'm pretty sure, Tyrus, you gonna have some interesting opinions about the things we here to talk about today. You know, I'm gonna get a little bit into what we can expect from my Claudia interview. Gonna talk a little bit about this Lil Boosie T.S Madison madness, Katt Williams, and everything that is just continuing to go on even in the aftermath of Ice Cube. And then we're gonna get into Jonathan Majors, who's about to speak on Good Morning America on Monday. I'm actually really excited and got a little bit of anxiety around that interview, so we're gonna get into all of that. Before we do, what's going on, Reckless? Reckless, did you want to join? You can join if you are willing. I know you like to lay it low and spread it wide every night, girl. Let me tell you, I can barely get Reckless on the phone these days, y'all. He out here busting down so much trade. He out here using that hole so much, girl, that, you know, it be going straight to voicemail these days. I be having to send out a damn what you call those things, Tyrus, when you gotta send the police out? Oh, a wellness check for this power bottom, girl. I be having to send I be having to put in a request.
Wellness check.
Oh, your whole wellness check. I be telling you know, I telling him, you know, you gotta leave. You activate them Megan Thee Stallion knees for the summer, baby. Okay, you're supposed to be getting winter's rest. Nonetheless, we ain't here to get into them gay things. Claudia Jordan, you guys know that Claudia Jordan is going to be hitting the stage on tomorrow. I'm super excited about this interview. I don't know everything there is to know about what we're going to be touching on, to be exact, okay? But what I can tell you for sure we're going to be talking about is obviously the future of TGIF. We're also going to be getting a little bit into Claudia's origin stories, how she came into media, because Claudia is the damn Beyonce of media right now. I know that Diddy, freak off Sean Puffy Combs gave the Oprah potential to Miss 304, Miss Dade County, Miss Carisha Speaks herself. But, you know, I'm going to have to put in my bid for Claudia Jordan, baby, okay? Claudia is doing the damn thing, okay? She's also going to be dropping a lot of gems. We want to get into a lot of the things that she even helped me with over the past weekend, which is also connected to the support that I get from my Patreon members. So I definitely want my Patreon members to be in the building tomorrow. We're going to get into some behind the scenes. Claudia is going to talk to content creators and up-and-coming influencers about getting their fucking business together. She's going to be talking taxes. She's going to be talking about all the shit we need to do that maybe we don't know to do as melanated talent, because oftentimes we're leading only from our raw talent. We don't know a lot about the business and paperwork and tax exempts and all of this shit, and how you can get more bang for your money as a creator. Signing on to it's a whole lot, baby. We're gonna be getting into everything, baby. It's gonna be a whole lot going on. Are you excited to see Claudia Jordan tomorrow, Tyrus?
I actually am. I'm looking forward to it. I got that. Make sure my notifications are up for that one.
And y'all know that weave gonna be weaving, baby. It's gonna be on, but it's gonna be a showdown for the hair guys. The hair guys gonna be in the building tomorrow, because you know Claudia be trying to give me a run for my money on glam, okay? So I'm gonna be running her ass wild on glam tomorrow, okay? So I want y'all to vote off on who gonna have the best.
Jealous of y'all, because you know I ain't got no hair. I'm jealous of
y'all. But you know, according to Katt Williams, that old nasty piece of lineup on Steve Harvey back in the day was a whole man unit. You know, so they got the man units out here now, Tyrus. You ain't got to be bald-headed and all no more.
I know, hey, a lot of my guys right now are flying out to Turkey, Conscious. I might have to make that flight.
Make that flight on down there to Turkey. Or this shit, go over on AliExpress, honey. They'll add baby hairs to your man unit, Tyrus. But I personally think you pulling off the bald head thing. So, you know, a lot of men can't pull it off, but you one of them men who pulling it off. So,
appreciate it.
Yes, God. All right. So 12 noon, you guys, please have your notifications set to all right. Me and Claudia will be in the building. Now let's get into some of this Driz A drama. I think actually what I want to start off with is Jonathan Majors. Are you familiar with everything going on around Jonathan Majors? Tyrus.
Unfortunately, I am.
Okay, so this is going to be even more interesting. Okay, well, some of you guys may know. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get into this courtesy of dailymail.co.uk. Jonathan Majors wipes tears away from his eye and says it's been hard as he gives first interview since being convicted of assaulting his ex and dropped from Marvel franchise. Jonathan Majors has broken his silence for the first time since being convicted of assaulting his ex-girlfriend, saying the aftermath of his high-profile trial has been difficult. The actor, 34 years of age, wiped away a tear as he discussed the career-devastating trial in a teaser clip for an interview with ABC's Good Morning America, airing on this coming Monday. Quote, "Why did you decide you wanted to talk now?" Anchor Lindsay Davis asked the disgrace rising star in the clip. Quote, "Do you think you'll ever work in Hollywood again?" Major's future in Hollywood has been left in limbo following his conviction last month in New York for assaulting and harassing his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari, 30 years of age. The guilty verdict led him to be dropped by Marvel, while another much anticipated film has been left uncertain. He was also acquitted of 2 further counts of misdemeanor assault in the 3rd degree with intent to cause physical injury and misdemeanor aggravated harassment in the 2nd degree at the trial. The article goes on to say the actor's bombshell interview with Davis is set to air on Monday, January the 8th on Good Morning America, with additional segments expected to run on Good Morning America 3. An extended version of the interview will stream on Davis's ABC News live program Prime that same day. Notably, ABC News is owned by Disney, the same production house that owns Marvel Studios. This unceremoniously dropped Majors from his recurring role in the Marvel Universe, Kang the Conqueror. Viewers are only offered a short glimpse of Majors' reaction in the teaser clip, with the 34-year-old appearing anguished as he speaks out for the first time. His conviction stemmed from a March 2023 incident with Jabari in downtown Manhattan when the two erupted into a furious row after she saw a flirty text message from another woman on his phone. Jabari testified that she was left in excruciating pain after the movie star struck her on the head and broke her finger in the back of an SUV during the fight. Surveillance footage also showed the two continuing the scuffle on the streets of Manhattan, where Jabari was seen chasing Majors before pushing and shoving. With Major set to speak out for the first time since he was found guilty in December, it comes after Jabari previously broke her silence over the ordeal. She said she had been helped by a domestic violence charity throughout the controversy. Jabari's lawyer Brittany Henderson said jurors had delivered justice by convicting Majors last month, and that her client hoped the case would inspire other survivors to speak out. Majors was only convicted of a misdemeanor and faces up to a year behind bars, although the consequences of his guilty verdict have already extended beyond the court. As well as being publicly dropped by Marvel, Majors' much anticipated movie Magazine Dreams has also been potentially left for the cutting room floor. The actor was even tipped for an Oscar nomination by some movie critics for his role in the movie, which centered on a troubled bodybuilder. The film was put on hold by Disney in the wake of the allegations against him, and the streamer now has a decision whether to stand by the movie or exit entirely. At his trial, a slew of damning evidence was shown to jurors, which also included an audio recording of Majors berating Jabari during an argument for not living up to the standards of Michelle Obama and Coretta Scott King, the wife of Martin Luther King. I should have shown these pictures Oh my goodness. This article is loaded. We ain't gonna read everything. Okay, it's coming to an end. Prosecutors argue that he carried out a cruel and manipulative pattern of abuse against Jabari, including texts urging her not to seek help because it might spark an investigation. Images shown to the court also included one with a large dent in the wall that Jabari claimed was caused by Major throwing a candle at her during a fight in Los Angeles. Jurors heard conflicting arguments about whether Majors was the aggressor or a victim during the March 2023 argument and chaotic struggle inside the SUV. Following the 4 days of deliberations, Majors was found guilty of assault and recklessly causing physical injury, but was acquitted on charges of intent to cause physical harm. Majors' lawyer, Priva Chandri, claimed the mix of guilty and not guilty verdicts meant jurors did not entirely believe Jabari's account and that he still hopes to clear his name. This is a whole entire mess, Tyrus. Before I get your opinion, and I also weigh in on mine, I actually want to show these images to everyone from the website itself. All right, here. Okay, this is some of the stuff that was put into various exhibits. All right. This is the alleged cut behind the ear that you guys all heard. This was the bruised finger here, the alleged broken finger, if you will. This was the claw marks, allegedly, from Jonathan Majors. Another image of the broken, swollen finger. All right. Let me scroll on up here. I think there's more images, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, here's some of the still shots of Jabari and Majors tussling on the street. This is him attempting to put her back in the vehicle as he's trying to leave the altercation. Of course, she insists upon coming after him for that BBC. Of course, you know, at this point, she's strung out and addicted to the big black meat. And he ain't about to take that meat nowhere that she ain't going to be able to supervise, baby. Especially when she just had to whip his ass over him texting a whole nother bitch in the back of the Uber, baby. So I don't know where the hell you think you about to haul off with this dick, Major. I don't know where you think, baby. You about to go, sugar. You know, you fuck with me, you stuck with me. All right, so all that's going on there. Okay, this is also footage here of her running after that BBC, baby, like a runaway white slave, bitch. Okay, this is him putting her back. You see that? Okay. So, we might have to take a look at this too. This is a clip from the teaser from the trailer.
Actor.
Why did you decide you wanted to talk now?
Now his first interview anywhere since being convicted of assaulting his ex-girlfriend.
Your reaction to that verdict?
What does he now want you to know? The emotional exclusive.
It's been hard. It's hard.
Breaks this Monday morning.
You think you'll ever work in Hollywood again?
Okay, wait. I'm gonna take a look at that cry. Oh wow. Oh wow. Are you convinced? Are you convinced of the single tear, Tyrus? What are your thoughts about this? So, you know, just to be clear, a jury decided he was guilty of basically accidentally injuring his girlfriend.
Specifically,
you know,
yeah.
You know, so it's without intent. Clearly, we can see from the slew of footage and still shots that this man was trying to divest from an altercation. Also, we know we have still footage and footage of her after this whole ordeal, going to dance the night away at the nightclub, partying with friends, ordering drinks, running up an $800 tab on his credit cards. Also
got the nerve to pass out at his crib,
butt naked in the closet where he found her the next morning. Okay. Also, we had the driver himself who had already spoken out before trial even began and said that this woman, Jabari, was the aggressor, that she is the aggressor. And I know a lot of people don't know laws around personal property, but you cannot slap someone else's phone out of their hand or even take their phone, even if they're recording you against your will, etc. That is considered theft and can be considered assault. The driver said that this woman instigated the physical altercation and that everything that happened in the back seat was literally Jonathan Majors defending himself against Wonder Woman. What are your thoughts about this ordeal?
Man, Conscious, this is so multi-layered when I've been following along with this. First off, I think Jonathan Majors' biggest crime was looking at this lady and thinking she was going to ever uphold anything related to King's wife or Michelle Obama. I don't know if you've ever gone to Jabari's Instagram page, but she's definitely like a starving actor. And I look at that and I go, Jonathan, what was you thinking? And then so on the actual incident itself, Conscious, when I was in the military for 8 years, active duty. And when it comes to DV and situations like this, the first thing they tell us is that if you're in a situation with the opposite sex, just run. Don't try to do anything but just run. Because unfortunately, when it comes to physical assault, the person who gets charged is going to be charged by whoever files the report first. So it's literally a race to who calls the cops first.
And can we put a pin in it right there, Tyrus? Can you believe that this man had the audacity to find his girlfriend passed out butt naked in the walk-in closet, could see and feel that she was inebriated or unconscious to some degree, became concerned and called an ambulance to the scene, only for him to be arrested for reversing Ku Klux Klansmanship? Yeah. Could you imagine thinking you're doing the right thing, covering for your lover, getting them help, and then they come to the scene to arrest your black ass?
That I can't imagine. I can't imagine that. That's tough, Conscious.
This is literally
doing everything
out of
by the book, and you still get arrested.
You run from this woman. All of the evidence supports that you are the responder and the victim. You literally do the right thing, and you're even penalized for that. I mean, this is Twilight.
Check this out. Like, if we put ourselves in this situation, right? Let's say it's you and me. You done grabbed my phone, or you know what? I grabbed your phone, and I'm trying to go through it. Is it not a natural reaction for you to try to snatch it back from me?
I should have the right to beat your ass if you take anything off my persons. I should have the right to retrieve I'm basically retrieving myself back for you. Since a phone is considered a part of my persons, I'm taking my persons back from you, and I should be able to do that by whatever reasonable means that calls for. And if you attempt to maintain my persons as your personal property, whatever damage occurs to you as a result of me fighting for my persons should render clearly me innocent and you damn guilty.
And let's be clear, Conscious, when you look at the situation, he was beyond reasonable. As a matter of fact, people could make the argument based on what was going down. She barely got scratched, because think about how close the proximity is inside of a theater. No matter how big it is, it's still a close proximity. So when you guys are, if you ever been in a toxic situation where you try to grab someone's phone, guys, your finger's going to get jammed on the roof, because guess what? There's not a lot of mobility. And even then, he grabbed his phone and then tried to Usain Bolt up out of there, and she's chasing him, Conscious.
Right, and let's talk about the weight class here as well, because as you just made a great point, this is all happening in the enclosure of a backseat of an SUV. They're tussling over a phone, so of course their hands are their weapons. Their hands are going to endure most of the impact. You should expect your finger to be bruised, broken, ripped the hell off even if you are fighting with someone in the back seat over their phone. And considering that Jonathan Majors is built like the damn Great Pyramid, sure.
Have you seen how ripped he is in Creed 3?
Right, like of course, the gender inequality of it all here is going to be personified. What did you expect, considering who you're assaulting, who you're taking something from? Is it not completely reasonable that, yeah, you're going to end up with some bruises? And as you just said, he took a light on her because we know Ike would have did worse.
Oh, yeah.
We know had it been Ike, baby, there would have been nothing left of Miss Wonder Woman.
We got a laundry list of guys we know it would have been way worse.
Now, here's the thing, too, Tyrus. People been saying, well, this is not, our problem, especially black women. And I definitely stand behind my sisters being like, girl, he wanted Wonder Woman. He wanted him a slice of Wonder Bread. So let him, let him see how his new adopted family do him. Okay, fine. I totally get that. I understand why black women are completely frustrated with black men for all the reasons black women are frustrated with black men. But here's my personal thing. I had to stand behind Jonathan Majors, regardless of whether he may be anti-black and that's what informs his dating pattern, or whether there is some colorism there that informs his dating pattern, even sitting that aside, right? Because all that's subjective and we don't really know what his psychology truly is as it relates to his preference in women. But however, I understand there is a debate there. But the reason why I personally still had to stand behind Jonathan Majors is because it did not take Jonathan Majors to be dating this woman for white privilege to completely have been weaponized. People share cabs, people share lifts, people share sidewalks, people share living quarters. Even had this not been a girlfriend, this woman, as we can see from the last 10 years of footage, could have still been a Karen. And this still could have been a said circumstance. And because of that, this very well could have been my black ass, just in proximity to somebody with white privilege who wanted to weaponize that white privilege for whatever damn reason they wanted to. We have seen footage and plenty of Karen moments of Karens trying to keep black men from entering into their condo complexes, their apartment complexes because of racial profiling, etc. So because this could have been any one of us, anybody in proximity, unfortunately, to white America risk having happened to them what happened to Jonathan Majors. So on that, yeah, I had to stand behind this man because this could be any one of us.
Yeah, I agree with that narrative. Just from my perspective, I roll with Jonathan Majors more broadly because I saw the aftermath of the whole Johnny Depp fiasco. I'm a huge believer in wait for the evidence, innocent until proven guilty. There's two sides and there's the truth. And at the end of the day, I give Marvel and Disney a lot of credit for at least not being the one corporation that dropped them. But this is a case of, bro, you have to know your position in life and move better, because you were the biggest catch this woman was ever going to get. Unfortunately, yeah, she weaponized that white privilege aspect, but especially as black actors and actresses, you know this, so you just got to choose better. That's the unfortunate reality, Conscious.
Oh well, look, I can't be mad that another man telling another man what men tell women all the time: choose better. I mean, I think that's a fair. I guess that's a fair statement. Choose. Well, apparently he did, but it was a little bit too late because he ended up choosing Megan Good. Now, a lot of people have been wondering why the hell is Megan Good staying by this damn man's side? She was just a first lady, so how the hell you gonna start courting the nigga while he's literally enduring and tied up in an entanglement with DV charges. You're not dating him in the aftermath and he's cleared. Your courting experience is happening while he's at war with an ex-girlfriend over allegedly beating and whooping her ass. And here it is, you are hand in hand with your dookie braids, walking in the court like y'all walking into Red Lobster. What the hell going on, girl? This is my theory, and I've said this before, Tyrus. I believe that the damn woman that Jonathan Majors ass was texting that led to Wonder Woman going upside his black ass head was Megan Good. And
That's
I think
the best theory I've heard yet. And
I think because how everything played out as a result of them beginning to court while he was transitioning out of this relationship to Wonder Woman, I believe that Megan Good felt guilty and felt slightly responsible for the whole thing and felt that she had to hold him down because she partly felt responsible for this whole implosion.
And you know what, Conscious, from my perspective, I'm actually glad Megan Good did that because she probably had at least firsthand knowledge straight from the horse's mouth of what happened that night, looked at the evidence like everybody else got to see it and goes, yeah, that sounds about right. And yeah, she probably felt
and
guilty.
She's a black woman who's in the system, so she probably understands the dynamics of black proximity to whiteness.
Yeah, exactly. And so I appreciate the fact that she looked at the situation and go, okay, my man just got convicted for basically unintentionally jamming girl's finger trying to get his phone back.
Over me.
It's not a situation where I'm gonna leave my man
over me. He whipping this whole ass over me. Right. I'm gonna definitely stick beside my man. I'm sticking beside my man.
Now that being said, Conscious, there was a couple of shots and video scenes of them two together where I thought they were auditioning for a role. Like the tears were a little bit, I thought there was definitely some drama acting going on, but in general, I'm glad she at least stuck beside.
Look, what's interesting is that, some Conscious Crew members in the chat saying, I hope she got a good check, baby. I don't know if y'all was keeping up with the publicity sales during their dating, honey. This couple was over in Belize, over in Italy, baby. I mean, these folks, he was courting the shit out of her. Now, so I think she got paid real well while in their relationship. I think because she had the audacity to even support him so publicly and so openly during a personal and career crisis, I think he definitely pulled out the red carpet for her. And every time I saw them together, they were vacationing, they were on private yachts, they were doing the damn thing. And I know he was slamming that damn good dick up in her. And let me tell you something, that probably would hypnotize her ass because first gentleman dick versus dick Terminator dick, going from Christian dick, Tyrus, going from dick that got the Holy Spirit versus dick that's corrupt. Corrupted dick is the best dick of all dicks. I know you wouldn't know nothing about that.
Actor movie dick. You know what I mean? From this perspective.
Yes. All right. So I'm sure that Megan Good felt paid in damn full. Now the gag is they broken up.
And real quick, Conscious, everybody, I'm a straight male. I'm cool with my sexuality, so I'm not going to be using words like pause and shit like that. I'm too grown for all that. Oh
yeah, like Tyrus is comfortably straight. Okay, he don't gotta pause and censor and make sure he clarify because he's a real whole man, a whole real man. Okay, that's what whole real men do. All right, so as far as he's concerned, he in a conversation just with another nigga. Okay, he ain't even seeing orientation. It's just whatever. But apparently, Tyrus, they done broken up.
Wait, already?
Well, not already. They were dating, this whole time, and almost right after the verdict, Megan hauled ass faster than this. So I think for Megan, the personal, because okay, so I'm gonna explain this, right? Why they broke up. I think it makes a little bit of sense. I think that Megan was equally getting smoke from her PR team. Like, girl, you are about to blow your career. This is devastating to women's community, especially to Black women's community. You cannot go from first lady and wearing long ass dresses with high fupa stockings on and shit to now dating somebody who's being narrated as an abuser. This is a career twister. You're putting too much on the line over what? Like, you have the pick of the litter when it comes to damn men. Why are you going to hold him down right now? I think Megan agreed with her team. She said, look, I love this man. I'm partially responsible because this woman was reacting to me planning a date with my dad. She in the backseat with my nigga. Okay, he texted me about when we court or when he about to call it quits with her. Okay, so this partially happening because of me. So I gotta hold him down. I'm not gonna let him go right now because I look crazy. Okay, but here's the deal, right? I'm gonna hold him down because I feel I owe him that. But if he comes back guilty in any way, shape, or form, if the verdict comes back guilty, then I will break off the relationship.
Conscious, that might work in a business transaction, but when we're talking, I get they're celebrities, but in general, when it comes to relationships, that ship sailed the moment she stepped in public with that dude. So it was already too late. It's too late.
But I think that Megan Good was being super reasonable by saying, look, yes, I know, you know, how it looks from an optics perspective, but the reality is this is just an allegation, and this is a Black man being accused by a white woman. I'm not going shit. It's almost a race loyal issue now. Like, I gotta be race loyal because you know, I'm not, you know, maybe if this was a Black woman he did this way, maybe that'd be one thing. But just because of the dynamics, I can't take this situation seriously. And like you said earlier, I'm sure that Megan, because his lawyer went to putting all the evidence out immediately. So I'm sure that Megan also had all this objective, all this footage, all these text messages. She saw everything for herself too, which made her even more comfortable with the fact that, hey, this is going to be cleared. You know, he's a major figure. All the evidence is going to exonerate him. I remember covering this story last year, and the lawyer was losing his shit because he could not believe this was even going to trial, because he admitted that he just knew this man was going to be exonerated. He got more evidence to exonerate him than there is proof that Christ ever walked the damn earth. So even the lawyer was like flabbergasted that this man was still being penalized.
Do you think it's a possibility that Megan stepped out because she could have been named in the court case anyway? When, you know, when they're going through the investigation and they would naturally go, okay, let's see who this dude was texting. Do you think maybe she was just trying to get out in front of it before her name popped up in the news? Yep,
that could have been a major motivation too. I think, all that played in the case. Like, okay, I gotta step into the picture now, because just in case they subpoena this nigga's records, or this whole who was he texting becomes a part of this thing, you know, I'm gonna look just off as hell by just running for high, and after I done helped to blow the spot up. So I think, you know, she stepped fully into the picture. I can definitely see that being a motivation for sure. But because of how quick that relationship was undone after he was found guilty of something, I think that's not a coincidence. I don't think he was aware maybe of the deal she made with her team, but I think she was honoring the deal she made with her team, that if he's found guilty, I can't. Because how even though his verdict does not, even though his conviction, his charge does not put him in the position to be the aggressor, it just looks real objectively crazy, because he's found literally guilty of injury, of assault, of battery, etc. And that's just too much to explain every time I gotta sit down and it is going to look crazy.
Do you think she took an unforced L with how she was moving throughout the situation?
Who, Megan?
Yeah.
No, I think it's the opposite. I think that Megan knows exactly what she signed up for. I think this shit was all. I can see why people call it that this was a publicity oriented relationship, but I don't think it was a publicity oriented relationship for the reasons everybody else is saying it is. I think that, like, everybody else is saying that, hey, he hired her to be a fake ass girlfriend for the sake of making his image look better. No, I think this was a genuine relationship that was already happening, and then it came to a implosion in the backseat of that damn SUV, and then this forced them both to have to step into it, because you might as well at this point, your spot done been blowed, and you don't know what Wonder Woman gonna do over here. You don't know how much she gonna tell, if she gonna drop Megan's name. So it kind of forced everything to come up and damn out, and he held her down, and she already had planned her escape in case this didn't work out in either one of their favor. And I'm not mad at her, because I don't think at this point no man is worth it, baby. Okay, it's like, first of all, you already don't even really know this man, and then you already coming into the situation with him having a whole lot of damn baggage, and then on top of that, if he has to have a conviction, girl, at the end of the day, why all that for Jonathan Majors? I mean, shit. At this point, maybe I'm guilty because I'm on my Tina Turner energy. What the hell does love have to do with it? I'm so out of that love shit, Tyrus. I'm all left brain now for the most part when it comes to shit. I'm like, yeah, baby. What does love got to damn do with it, bitch? Okay, I'm choosing my career. I'm done with putting it all out on the line for men. I'm done with fucking up my damn credit score, giving a nigga with no license the opportunity to drive my car and fuck up my shit, put my damn insurance claims behind. I'm sick of it. So what does love have to do with it? I want to also shout out Flame and Row in the chat. Hey, boo. Y'all, low-key, quiet as is kept, in the words of Funky Daniva, baby. Y'all might be seeing Flame somewhere on Monday. That's all I'm going to say, bitch. All right, shout out to Flame and Row. But all in all, I would love to see Jonathan Majors exonerated, because it's clear that he's innocent, and I hope that he gets his Johnny Epp clarity.
I think so too, Conscious. I think what saved him is the fact that the assault charge he actually got convicted of, everybody knows what is over. That's why, like, it's not being blown up over the news. I just think this sort of interview he's about to do is just way too early. Like let it calm down a little bit first, and then do an interview like this. Not now.
Well, I think the time is now. He ain't got Megan, and he's lingering, and I think now he probably believes that, look, the best stab at this I have at reclaiming and savaging what's left is I gotta tell my goddamn sob story to America, and hopefully they'll give me the same empathy that they gave to Jesse Smollett and to Carlisha Russell and to all the other folk. And, I ain't mad at the man. I mean, the man hit the glass ceiling and it all came crashing down. And when you're innocent, fight until the bitter end. But we got some other things to get into. Speaking of bitter damn ends, all right? Lil Boosie, baby mother Madison are out here swinging and banging on Beyonce's damn internet. Tyrus, have you heard about this tension, this smoke between T.S. Madison and Boosie? It's kind of a long, ongoing beef.
I've seen their beef between each other scrolling through the timelines every now and then.
Oh, baby, it got nasty this past few weeks, okay? Courtesy of the source.com. T.S. Madison calls out Lil Boosie's selective outrage with the LGBT community. This week, rapper Boosie was up in arms when he took his daughter to see the film The Color Purple and realized there was a romantic relationship between the characters Miss Celie and Suge Avery. While the Louisiana rapper expressed his views on Twitter, he doubled down and called the LGBT community bullies. Transgender influencer T.S. Madison responded on social media calling out Boosie's selective outrage. T.S. Madison wrote, Quote, so at Lil Boosie, you sat there with your daughter while Celie's daddy took her second child that he fathered and gave it to the pastor and his wife. You sat there with your daughter while Mr. came and bought her from her daddy at 14. You sat there with your daughter while Mr. enslaved Celie to cook and clean his nasty ass house with his children. You sat there with your daughter and watched Mr. beat, sensually destroy, and drag Celie all over the floor. You sat there with your daughter and watched Mr. bring his side chick into the house with Celie. But you got up to leave when you saw Celie finally loved and compassionately, and some sort of temporary relief was achieved between her and this woman. Then you try and come to social media and bring the What About the Kids main campaign you've been on in an attempt to use God to justify you and the people who stand with you tough. And they call us delusional. Sir, the character you play in real life is Mr. the Daddy, the pastor, and all the other men who abused Celie in that movie, and have the nerve to finally be concerned about what a kiss would do to influence your daughter. There is truly some intervention needed in your life to sort out these homosexual demons you're fighting. Hashtag shift the concern this year. Hashtag 2024. Hashtag the color purple. Now, Boosie did respond and tell Maddie to shut the hell up. All right. Then the Rainbow Avengers assembled, and Milan Christopher jumped in to also defend and stand by Madison, who he also jumped in his DM and told him to shut the hell up. All right. So Boosie doubling down. He said what he said, and Madison doubled down and said what you said was some bullshit, and as long as you say it, you can bet on me keeping a bloody heel on your damn neck. What do you think about Lil Boosie's pattern of being outraged for everything but GUN violence, everything but DV violence, everything from besides black femicide rapes, everything but and only making LGBT etc.ness the reason the entire world, the entire community, the entire planet is the reason why there is a food shortage in the world. Queer people is the reason why there's a hole in the ozone layer. Queer people are a reason why GMO products are on the shelves. LGBT people are the reason why Hurricane Katrina hit Louisiana, etc. What do you think about this selective outrage?
I think I absolutely cringe every time Boosie says something in the real life environment, because I am a fan of his music, or at least back in the day when he was definitely at his peak. This is the comments is clearly coming from a guy who A, didn't watch the first Color Purple, and B, clearly didn't read the book either. Right? I never understood this dude's unhinged hatred for the LBGT community. Meanwhile, when you actually look at the things he's done with when it involves his kids, I can make the argument that he's more of a groomer than anybody he ever comments about.
Shots fired!
I can make the argument that he's more of the worst kind of indoctrination for our kids than any member of the LBGT could ever hope to imagine to be. And yet, things that are fictional in a book, in the original movie, is something that you're going to be outraged about. I just think, again, he's a great artist. He's also really fake.
I'm going to be honest, Tyrus, and I agree with everything that you just said. That when I saw the headlines that Lil Boosie was going to see the color purple, I thought that meant he had looked in the mirror and saw the color of those post-diabetic eyes and saw the color purple.
Oh my God.
I did. I thought, oh, this man finally gonna do something about looking like a damn bloodshot raccoon in the face. I did not connect the headlines to the movie featuring Fantasia and Taraji and them to Lil Boosie going to see the color damn purple. Now, I ironically share the same thoughts as Flame does. If you don't feed it, it won't grow. I made an executive decision last year that I was personally done with Boosie because I'm clear that Boosie is like a bootleg pastor. When he ain't got nothing else to goddamn preach on Sunday, he gonna run conveniently to them sermons on queer folk to get his round of applause. Clearly he's a gaslighter. Clearly he want the smoke always. And like Funky also always says, I'm protecting my peace for 2024. I'm not letting these niggas who I know want a moment get me, whether those are KKK niggas, whether they Karen niggas, whether they homophobic niggas, whether they transphobic. I'm not letting these niggas steal my joy unnecessarily this year. However, I do understand Madison's commitment to put Boosie's blood in the land, metaphorically speaking, because Boosie is a public figure and he has, unfortunately, a lot of toxic ass influence over the black community. And as long as there's somebody with that level of platform who's spewing very dangerous, indignant, disenfranchised, malicious, and slanderous rhetoric against the community, there should be a equivalent counter. And Madison is committing herself to be that. So I'm going to let Maddie and the Milan Christophers and everybody else stomp Bootsy ass out and just stand with them in solidarity and send them all the light and love they need to rip the balcony down that he sits upon. But personally, for me, I'm just not going to continue to argue with a broken damn record. I'm done with Boosie. He don't get nothing from me.
I understand that position, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of content creators who's going to take that position. I agree with you. I'm glad T.S. Madison decided to take up the mantle and or at least from that from the LBGT community fight Boosie. There is, yes, I definitely think it definitely helps with the views, it helps with the content, it helps with the fan base. I just want to remind everybody that in general, in real life, there is no such thing as ignore something and hope it goes away, because that never, ever happens. I'm not saying Boosie or whoever shouldn't be able to say what they want, but there has to be a pushback. And the pushback can't be this guy can't say what he wants to say, right? Because you try to ignore it, you try not to give it any attention. Guess what? Other people are going to give it attention. Somebody's going to listen to it, which means somebody's going to be listening for a counter narrative. And if there is no counter narrative, what happens then, Conscious?
You know what's so funny about what K Rich just said, that he's probably attracted to Maddie? When Milan Christopher entered the group chat, he sent the screenshot of Lil Boosie following him. And this is what makes queer people say the things and allies say the things they say about Boosie, low-key struggling with some Boosie fantasies himself, because how you got this much to say, but you really can't stand in it. You out here following very openly, like you following the superheroes of the LGBT community, but you always got something nasty, shady, slick mouth and slanderous to say about the damn community. What's really going on with you, girl? Like, is it that you struggling with all that dick you was riding and can't get back to in prison, where that type of chaotic homosexuality is welcomed and normalized? Or is it that you a one trick ass pony who know that your only claim to fame at this point is going to be talking about the community, because we saw what happened when that Temu ass autobiography came out, and there was not a single motherfucker in the theater to witness it, and you got your black ass out here and whine and complain about how nobody's supporting you. If I was T.S. Madison, I would have also said, while we talking about being concerned about the damn kids, how is a bitch with an open CPS case gonna be concerned about the kids when your kids about to be damn adopted into the damn foster care system of the country, but you got so much concern about the damn kids? It's just not given what it's supposed to be given.
It's not, because look, I get some of my fellow straight guys, they feel they respond how they respond, but it's always weird with Boosie, because Conscious, he goes out of his way to find some shit to be upset about when it comes to the LBGT community. It's like I be telling my boy Chaotic Truth and the guys on the panel, it's like, you guys talk more about the trans community than the transgendered people do. You guys turned into the people who trash vegans more than you actually hear from the vegans. You get what I mean? Like, it's like, bro, like, what is your obsession with this community? What happened? That's what I want to know. What happened?
What happened, girl? Okay, now I see some folk commenting on the Jonathan Made. I say it's been rumored that they've been broken up. Okay, you can still show up together and be broken up as good girlfriends. Okay, ex-boyfriends and ex-girlfriends are still seen together to this day. All right, but I'm just making a point that if the rumors are true, the headlines are true, that Megan, and matter of fact, hold on, because I don't want folk thinking that's, baby, I just report the news. Okay, I'll make it, baby. Okay, Megan Good and Jonathan Majors broke up. Okay, I just want y'all to see what the headlines looking like. All right, hold
while
on.
you're researching that, Conscious, I got
It's already up here. It's already. Okay. I just want to shoot super quick. Megan Good ends relationship with Jonathan Majors after guilty verdict for assault and harassment, leading to potential prison time and financial struggles, resulting in his firing from Disney and Marvel. All right. So that's where I got that from. Either way, baby, if she broke up with his ass, very understandable why she would break up with a nigga who got this much baggage, losing this much damn money, whose credit scores are plummeting faster than Kaya's BBL, bitch. All right, and who now has to live with a convicted DV charge on his damn record. But if she like it, I love it, baby. Go ahead, baby. Because at the end of the day, baby, Megan Good is a privileged woman. She don't got to worry about Pookie the way that average woman got to worry about Pookie running off with her goddamn 1998 Dodge Nissan. Okay? Megan Good is a woman of wealth and means, and she can take a nigga with no credit, etc., who got all the damn criminal charges because she don't need shit from a man but his damn body, yada, 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 at this damn point, okay? She got options as a privileged woman, okay? So, hey. But you was going to say something, Tyrus.
Yeah, I know we got other topics, but I really, from your perspective, what do you think is the biggest driver when with regards to straight men going out of their way to show homophobia? Like, what do you think is like maybe 2 or 3 underlying reasons for that?
Oh, that's way too many. I'm gonna just go with the psychiatrists at this point, because I be reading their studies and findings about men who suffer from extreme homophobia, and all of their conclusion and data has come to conclude that these men are repressed LGBT people themselves. That throughout counseling sessions with very homophobic men, that they have been able to get men to unearth their own shame-filled feelings and attractions for the same sex, even when it comes to homophobic women. So I think right there, it really is. I think most of these homophobes are just repressed queer people who have induced shame in them from all of the religious conditioning and all of the social witch hunting that this society has done regarding sexuality and gender identity, etc. And, you know, that's why I always say that homophobia is really a heterosexual issue. It's not a LGBT issue. We didn't create homophobia.
Yeah.
You know, this is a product. This DL community phenomenon is a product of the way that straight people punish people who different from them and who live and want and desire different things from them. So,
yeah, because like I just can't imagine anybody making a credible argument that Boosie was forced to go see The Color Purple. You get what I mean?
Boosie booked the ticket so that he could be outraged. He knew he saw the damn trailers. He had already spoke to people who had went and saw the damn movie. He knew exactly that it was going to be some carpet munching and some lint licking in Color Purple, and he took his ass there so that he could go on record and set up this damn fake outrage. What they call it? PSYOP. Okay, this is a fake homophobic PSYOP that Todd done came back to us with. So the hell with Lil Boosie. Last but not least, let's get into, because I say this for last, baby, because y'all done had it crunk on Beyonce's Internet Girl since Miss Katt Williams and this Club Shay Shay interview, baby. Y'all even know that me and Tyrus had it going on the other night, baby. Okay, had it lit, had them shot the club all the way up on the platform, baby. Okay, let all the way loose, baby. All right, y'all know Katt Williams got over on Club Shay Shay and done went viral all around the world, girl. You would have thought that this was the second coming of Jesus, the way this thing done been witnessed by so many damn people at this point. And he called out Cedric the Entertainer. He called out Steve Big Mustache Harvey. He called out Kevin Hart. He called out Ricky All Smiley. He called out Ludacris and, quote, his light-skinned, ugly-faced wife, who was apparently a bitch too. Okay? So he had a lot to say about a lot of people, and all of those people have responded since, including Ricky Smiley, who took to his morning show, brought up his booking agent and manager and had him corroborate his side of events. But that hit the fan when the man himself, when the cube in the square, his damn self into the group chat, no other than Ice Cube, the creator, the originator of the Players Club and the sensational Friday series, okay? And he was very swift and very professional, and he debunked Katt Williams. Now we're gonna watch this together, Tyrus, just as a reminder, and I want to get your reaction. I want to get your reaction, okay? Because there is a cognitive dissonance that is also going viral as it relates to Katt Williams. Okay, there are people who are telling me that Ice Cube ain't say what he said. There are people who are enchanted and under the thin ponytail spell of Katt Williams, baby. I don't know whether Katt Williams is a symbol for all the bald-headed, thin-haired bitches in the world. I don't know whether he is. I did not know that Katt Williams was equivalent to a religious figurine, but I found all that out in the course of this drama that his ass done ensued. So let's go ahead and pull up Ice Cube and his live stream addressing Katt Williams' claims. Let me go ahead and share that screen here. Make sure you guys are thumbing up the video, sharing, and subscribing because we're working, girl.
What's cracking? This your homie Ice Cube. Just wanted to address a few things. You know, everybody been checking out the internet. My man Katt Williams. You know, first of all, I just want to say, you know, we shot that movie over 20 years ago. So you know, people have different perspectives, and it's been a long time. I also want to say, you know, every comedian that I've worked with, every comedian that I've put in a movie, I only put them in the movie because I thought they was funny. I thought they was perfect for the part. I tried to put them in a position to win. That's what it's all about, you know. I don't, you know, I look at from, you know, Chris Tucker and Bernie Mac and Mike Epps, Katt Williams, you know, Ricky Smiley, Michael Blackson, Cedric, Kevin Hart. You know, all these guys I know are funny as hell. You know, I didn't discover them. You know, they were doing their stand up or doing their thing, and I knew that they were great and that they could act, and that you know, if I have an opportunity, I was going to give them an opportunity. You know, to me, that's what it's all about. You know, as far as, you know, specific things, you know, Cat was 100 on a few things. Most of what he was saying, a couple of things, you know, I just want to clarify. When we bring in a new, you know, comedian, we do have them try out for different roles. So Ricky did give Money Mike a shot. But when we saw him and, you know, we kind of saw how he moved and how he was, you know, auditioning, we decided that he would be a better, you know, Santa Claus, which was, to me, the perfect casting. When we saw Mike, damn, I call him Money Mike. When we saw Cat, you know, when I saw him, I just knew that he was perfect for Money Mike. And, you know, Cat, you know, said he wrote his role, which, I mean, the role was written, but he enhanced it. This is why Cat was so dope in the movie. You know, Money Mike had a small role, you know, about as big as the Santa Claus role, but when we start filming, he was giving us such magic that we kept expanding his role and giving him more to do because he was on point. You know, when we shoot these movies, you know, for one, the scripts are fire, or they wouldn't even do it. The scripts are laugh out funny. But we shoot the script, and once we get what we need from the script, we let the comedians ad-lib, riff, you know, play with the words, do their thing. You know, we give them a take where they can, or 2 or 3 takes where they can go off and do what they feel. You know, sometimes it makes the movie, sometimes it don't. You know, when somebody gives you jewels, you want to try to make sure that makes the movie. So in the movie, there's second thing I want to clear up. I would never shoot a rape scene in a movie, especially like Friday, where you actually see this happening on camera. That ain't my style. If you check out any of my movies, they're not raunchy. You know, we did a movie called Players Club where the subject matter was a little raunchy, but for the most part, even that, we left it to your imagination. So the only reason that kind of stuff is in the movie is because you have 3 villains in Friday After Next. You have Santa Claus stealing presents. You have Damon, just got out of prison, sweating. Craig and Day for the rent money. And then you have Money Mike, you know, a pimp that treats his woman, you know, like a property. So Craig is always fighting the villains in the movie, you know, from the Joker brothers to Debo. And so we already had Craig fighting Santa Claus. And the only real way to get rid of the other two villains was to have them go against each other. And the plier joke was always in the script, you know, was never, we would never ever show that, you know, that's not my style if you look at any of my movies. So, you know, that was never a discussion, you know. We, you know, at that point in everybody's career, you know, we would listen to a certain extent, but we wasn't gonna change the movie for any actor, you know. We do what we feel, and if it was a rape scene, it would have been in the movie. There was no reason not to shoot it, but that's not my style. I don't even like that kind of shit in movies, on camera. And so, you know, that was, to me, a little discrepancy there. You know, Katt, he wrote a lot of his part because, you know, like I said, he was giving us jewels, so we were keeping the camera rolling. He was coming off the dome. He was coming prepared every day to steal the show. You know, that was his mission. And, you know, that's what he did, you know, with the movie. And it launched his career, you know. And I'm proud of the movie. I'm proud of all the guys who've, you know, come through, you know, Acute Vision Production and went on to do bigger and better things. And look, you know, a lot of people talking about pay and how much they was paid on these movies that were extremely low budget. You know, most of these guys work a couple of days, you know, and when you're doing a movie, there's over 100 people working on the movie that need to get paid. Most of them got to get paid every day. And there's pre-production and post-production. Even after you finish with the actors, you got to pay editors and sound people. And my movies are all about quality. So most of the money go up on the screen. I'm not giving you no bullshit. I'm not giving you no low budget, you know, shit you can laugh at because it's so cheap. So, you know, we try to put all the money on the screen. And so any actor that's mad at what they got paid, you know, just look at what you was doing. Look at where your career was at the time. You know, take a look at where it is now. And Friday has something to do with that, I believe. And I put a lot of people in movies, but they ain't never put me in a movie. So,
shots fired!
You know what I'm saying? I've given a lot of these guys opportunities. And I still act, so I'm waiting for a call. I ain't got to produce everything.
Shots fired!
I got love for all the comedians that I've worked with. Got, you know, much love for Katt. You know, he spoke up for me a lot. And I just wanted to be clear and clarify some things. And shit, man. I hope y'all have a good 2024. Yeah.
Baby. Ice Cube came through real swiftly and real professional. I want to flash this one thing on the stream for those who don't know, because this is where we're finna get into the bullshit all over again, Tyrus. Okay. First of all, you guys heard, because the reason why folk are bringing up Hazel E as it relates to Katt Williams now is because Katt Williams had the nerve to call Ludacris, I don't know whether she's biracial or she's of another ethnicity altogether. He had the nerve to call her a light-skinned, ugly-faced bitch, and then said that all of them have the same looking wife. So then people went back into his dating history because he also dates biracial women, and ironically, he has dated Hazel E of Love and Hip Hop, who, interestingly enough, is deemed as one of the most unattractive light-skinned damn women, while he's out here player hating on other men, dating There, Hazel E's. He got his own light-skinned, ugly face, alleged ugly face bitch. Now I think that Hazel E is a cute woman. Okay. Now, people are saying, what the hell is Remy Nas talking about? She's talking about a podcast interview where Hazel E went public and made some claims about Katt Williams as a woman who was in bed and dated him. And she alleged that Katt Williams has been on psych meds his entire life and that he has a little ass DICK in all cap. All right, so this may explain the little man syndrome and why he beating the hell out of Target employees and fighting children, why he out here fighting women and plucking women in the eyeball with lit cigarettes, and why he jumping all on damn people and thinking that he Blueface, thinking he Suge Knight, thinking he got damn Tupac, taking damn police on a high-speed chase on a tricycle down the Sacramento interstates, girl, okay, because he's suffering from little dick nigga syndrome. Now, have you ever heard of little man dick syndrome, Tyrus?
Yes.
Can you give us your definition of little man dick syndrome?
So we call it little dick energy, especially in the car crew. And those are the guys who are basically acting a certain way to overcompensate for the fact that they got a small package. So typically this will apply to everybody sees them in America. You know, the guys with the white boy lift kits on their F-150s, tires sticking out. Little dick energy, right? Or they're constantly pointing out their chain or everything else as a way to take from the fact that they're lacking in the area that matters the most.
Wow, sound like you know a few of those type of men with a type of an energy yourself.
Unfortunately, thank God I'm not inflicted with the disease.
My God, today, no, you married and pumping out them kids, so we know your wife's satisfied. Okay. So what did you hear Ice Cube say? Because if you let 99.9% of the broke ass consumers of the internet tell it what they broke ass is and they broke ass intellect and they broke ass brain and they broke ass comprehension skills, if you let them hoes tell it, they'll tell you, baby, that Ice Cube actually exonerated Katt Williams and completely defamed and debunked Ricky Smiley. They'll tell you that that Ice Cube didn't say a goddamn thing. If you let them tell it, what did you hear Ice Cube say, Tyrus?
So the way I took it, this reminded me of so many situations, Conscious, where my homeboys are arguing back and forth with each other and they going, Reggie, you remember that? What happened, bro? Tell him, show him. And I got to sit here and be like, look, this happened a while ago. You're kind of correct. However, you're missing a few details. This is exactly what Ice Cube just did, Conscious. Remember, he said Katt was correct on most of the things he said. So basically, if I could, for anybody who
let me put a pin in, but let me add this. Let me ask you this, okay? But to your point, that's what he said, and then what he did was spend the next 3 minutes debunking everything Katt Williams actually said about the. And see, that's the thing that I realized too, that people keep getting hung on. Well, Ice Cube said he agreed, but he also just told you 3 very distinct things he disagrees with that were the distinct points of Katt Williams as it relates to the Money Mike situation. So clearly we know that Ice Cube lacing and setting the disclaimer that all that was a disclaimer that, look, I'm just here to speak the truth. I ain't got no smoke with nobody. I respect both of these black men, both of these actors. They both are iconic, etc. Yeah, I ain't got nothing to do with this. I'm just here to clarify. And guess what Ice Cube didn't do, Tyrus?
What?
Katt Williams was responding to an interview that Ricky Smiley did 10 months ago. Ice Cube never got his ass up on the internet to have to clarify Ricky Smiley's version of events because Ricky was on the right side of history. But ironically, after Katt Williams' ass spoke, he had to get his ass up here and clarify some of the misinformation that Katt Williams spewed in his interview as it related to Money Mike. But go ahead.
But to be fair, what's also true is that Ice Cube qualified his statement at the beginning saying, hey, this movie was made 20 years ago, so people's recollection and all that. Like, he was very diplomatic and business-like in a response. And put it like
and that was low-key shade, because he was really saying that all, because he was really saying to Katt, you a real goofy ass nigga. Like, why the hell we even talking about business that worked out in everybody's favor at the end of the day? Like, you sitting here jumping online doing all this shit over a fucking role you ultimately got is really ridiculous. And I don't recall you ever putting me in a damn movie. I can remember all the shit I did for you, nigga. I'm trying to figure out what have you done for me lately, while you also in our interview talking about budgets and what was paid and what was not, and you doing all this in and out. What's tea? What's good, my nigga?
Well, you got to hold on, because that's why he was diplomatic in his response, because that was a response not meant to burn bridges, because, again, he did go to Katt Williams to write the new upcoming Friday movie. So Ice Cube is still, which he's supposed to do as a businessman, kind of tap dance around the issue. So with the overall comments, though, we got to remember, like, first off, thinking or bringing it back, there's a bunch of people like Ludacris' wife called it unnecessary stray. That's why I told you the other day, if Ludacris responds however he responds, Katt has earned it.
No, wife, hell, even Luda took a stray.
But yeah, I don't know.
The whole couple took a bullet.
So, like, if you ever wrote a paper in like English 101 and 102, right? You got the ethos, pathos, logos, right? Like different ways of communicating your point. And then you need your introduction, you need your thesis, you need your 3-5 body paragraphs, counterpoint. At some point, Conscious, right? Like, if you get 85% on that paper, then most of what you're saying is true.
Right? At this point, I am entertained by the Katt Williams because the level of gymnastics y'all have to do to make Katt Williams work and to make him right. It has me cackling. I have never heard so much trigonometry and calculus in my damn life. This Ice Cube got up here and spoke very plainly and matter of a fact. He did not want to hurt either one of these men's feelings, because ultimately he ain't even got nothing to do with this. He only having to talk because he knows he's the only person that can put an iron to what actually took place. And because everybody talking shit and throwing Ricky under the bus, etc. Yeah, I got to come up here and do some fact check, and I don't want no smoke. I'm just here to fact check. Now, I just want to address what the man actually debunked. Because everybody's saying, well, Katt Williams went on an entire rampage in his interview with Club Shay Shay. And I mean, went on an entire colorful, illustrative storytelling about how there was this big RAPE scene. It was supposed to be graphic, and alluded that Ricky Smiley was actually on the down low, and that's actually why he wanted to play Money Mike, because he wanted his pussy thrashed up against Terry Crews in what he alleged was supposed to be a graphically played out homoerotic RAPE scene, and that this is what was attracting Ricky Smiley to the role. So one of the first things that Ice Cube did, well, not the first thing, but what he said explicitly is, my nigga, you got me fucked up. There was never, ever a RAPE scene in Next Friday. This is a comedy movie. I would have never even put some graphic, unnecessary shit in that.
Like I did, where it was implied that he was about to, though.
He ain't talking about implied. Y'all gotta remember, he's speaking directly to Katt Williams, stating not it was implied that there was an absolute graphic RAPE scene that was in this movie that was supposed to be shot, and that it was so graphic in nature, it was so unnecessary, if you let Katt Williams say in nature, that he had to protest the writers. He had to beg these people to not do this, and that the script could be different, and there was another way this scene can go. I mean, he made an entire thing about it. He implied that he influenced what ended up being the end result, which is what Ice Cube debunked. Like, my nigga, you ain't had shit to do with turning my script inside out. You don't got enough. First of all, your dick ain't even big enough to even change my script. Your girth ain't even girthing enough to even, you like, who you supposed to be, nigga? If I wanted, like Ice Cube said, if I wanted a RAPE scene in the film, bitch, it would have been in the film, bitch. Like, who the hell you supposed to be, nigga? I'm the one hiring you. I ain't consulting with you. You the one in the audition line as number 3041. The hell wrong with you? So Ice Cube had to clear that all the way up for one. Like you got me fucked up. Like, Players Club wasn't a comedy. Players Club was a script that had some comedic flares, but Friday was always supposed to be a funny film. I would have never inserted something so heavy and so deep and so graphic into the damn film. And even when I did it in Players Club, we didn't even shoot that physically. All you got to hear was audio, and you had to assume what was going on. You don't know whether Junior just beat the hell out of Ebony and stripped her naked. You don't know whether you had to actually, it was a play off of the imagination. We didn't even shoot that. You didn't actually see a visual RAPE scene. That's not even my recording style. So why the hell would I have put that in next Friday? And once again, who the hell was you supposed to be that I would have changed my script in the movie I wrote for you, which we know Katt Williams does feel entitled to, Tyrus, right? Because he went on to slam Kevin Hart in the interview and say, and I quote, that Kevin Hart took all of the movies that he was offered, but that he didn't take because when the scripts were given to him, they were either too flamboyant or they were too homosexual in nature. And he felt like it didn't take that to be funny, and then alleged that the writers agreed with him. And then before he know it, he looks up and Kevin Hart doing all these movies that were given to him, but that he also wanted to change. So Katt Williams, according to his own narrative, has this entitlement. He feels like he can come into other people's shit and somehow be entitled to change the way things are and literally expect that, and then be upset that these companies and writers and directors go and give the job to a nigga who wants to act, not a nigga who wants to creatively consult with them about a pre-written a screen-written script. They ain't hiring you to be a goddamn consultant. They ain't hiring you to be a writer. You either want to act the part or you fucking don't. And they went on about their business. He made that about Katt Williams. So
fair, Conscious, they will also allow you to do, they'll let you get away with whatever, because Ice Cube did mention in that clip you just showed that Katt Williams did rewrite some of the script.
No,
let him do it because they was giving him a lot of gems. That's what Ice Cube literally just said.
Don't say they. Ice Cube said that, because that's also what happens when it comes to characters. Like, if you audition for a role, you can put your own spin on the character. That's what Ice Cube said that Katt Williams did. He put his own flair on it. The script was already written. He did not write the script for Money Mike. He brought the pimp aesthetic to it. As Ricky said in his interview, the original Money Mike was just kind of a loitering, annoying store owner in a mall with a girlfriend, etc. He had not been per se pimped out. That's specifically what Katt Williams brought, is the aesthetic of this pimp. But as we saw in the actual movie, he still owned a store in a strip mall, had a girlfriend. All that was already pre-written. All he did was bring the money, my big cup, all that shit to the table. Fine, cool. But you got to listen to what Katt Williams also said. He's the one who admitted that he also has tried to change other people's scripts, and they moved the fuck on.
Yeah,
they moved on.
That's the thing with Katt, is when we're able to read between the lines. Conscious, I think you'll understand this. He did it on on Ice Cube's movie, and then he probably got big headed and thought he could do it on everyone else's movie.
I agree with that.
I mean,
I think
that's wrong.
reasonable. Yeah, I think that's totally reasonable. He also, Ice Cube also addressed the fact that because Katt Williams spent his whole intro in the interview going the fuck off about how ridiculous it was for like the fact that Ricky Smiley could have the unmitigated gall to get out here and say he was offered the role, he auditioned for the role, he screenread the role, and he was stating that basically Ricky Smiley was always supposed to play a crackhead. He was always supposed to play the Santa Claus, because who the hell gonna hire a 6 foot 90 pound scrawny ass black man to play a pimp, etc. He was just going through all this hoopla. Like he found it to be absurd, only for Ice Cube to say, no, my nigga, that is the role he went up for. We changed it at the last minute, as Ice Cube said. Yes, he went up for the role, he auditioned for the role, and then you came through and you slammed it, and then we changed it at the end. So once again, here it is. Katt Williams goes debunked, as I was saying in my original live stream, that why is it that what Ricky said and what Katt was saying both could not be two independent truths? Just because Katt Williams was uninformed about everything that happened with Ricky as it relates to Santa Claus and Money Mike, don't make him a liar just because you was not privy to the switch around, just because you was not privy to whatever conversations he was having with Ice Cube, who he had already had an actual relationship to. That don't make him a liar just because you was not it's just that you wasn't privy to it, my nigga.
Yeah, you just didn't happen to be around when that decision was made.
And not only were you not around, nobody thought you were entitled to know, because once again, who the fuck are you? Nobody has to detail to you how many times this been written or who all got offered the role. Your only job here is to audition for the role and be hired for the fucking role. Nobody's sitting down with you to make sure that you understand the history of the damn role and the 13 other goddamn people that came before you to attempt to play Money Mike, etc. So it was just weird that he created scenes in movies that never fucking happened. Once again, there's nobody who can corroborate anything that Katt Williams said about the next Friday Money Mike situation. But not only does Ricky Smiley have his own booking agent and manager to corroborate it, he got the man himself to corroborate his side of events, while all Katt Williams got is his dick sucker. All Katt Williams got is his super throater.
Don't you mean his little peen?
All he got is his little dick syndrome. That's all he got. Ricky done pulled out 2 receipts, and they both involve motherfuckers who were around and who could say and verify what happened. While all Katt still got is a 3-minute intro from an interview that has gone viral. He wasn't able to call nobody on the phone. He wasn't able to call his casting agent. He wasn't able to call Ice Cube. He wasn't able to do none of that. Ice Cube had to get up here and say, my nigga, I'm calling Katt. What damn RAPE scene did you have to fucking rewrite, bitch? The pliers was already a part of the script. It was, Money Mike was never supposed to actually be RAPE'd in the damn bathroom, you fool. That was never going to be the case. So where did this big old protest come from? Where was this big standoff that you did with the damn studios over this concept, bitch? Where is it? Oh, it's in your mind where the rest of those hard drugs are.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was no big Western duel going down at high noon.
But wait a minute, but isn't that the way your boy colored it? That there was this big Western cowboy face off in the street, that he stood up for all of Black America. He stood up. He was on his Katt Williams Luther King. He was on his Katt Luther King shit, man. He was Katt X on on a production stage.
Right. So I watched the Ricky Smiley interview, the Cedric Entertainer interview, and the Katt Williams interview. Conscious, we got to remember that even when these guys are off work or off the clock, they not off the clock. They still in their element, like as comedians. So some of the things is going to be exaggerated, and I cannot harp any harder.
You know why I can't respect that, Tyrus? Because nobody is giving Ricky that grace. All of a sudden, when it come to Cat Luther King over here, all of a sudden now we supposed to treat it like literal history. We supposed to treat it like a parable. It done now turned into a whole New Testament of the Bible when it comes to Cat Williams. But when Rick, because when Ricky did it, Ricky words were used literally. It was a literal interpretation, and everybody is lining everything Ricky said up line by line, and we just gonna keep the same energy. But Katt Williams, no, you don't get the grace. To now, it's assumed. Oh well, he might have been no, because he had Ricky be giving that grace. Then yeah, fair game. We are just, okay, some shit was just bravado. Some shit was just, shit talking and what people do when they turned up and they back and they in their feelings. They getting one off. Okay, fine. But no, nobody gave Ricky that grace. 99.9% of the internet is standing in the delusional agreement with a delusional scooter riding ass motherfucker who said that Ludacris is only successful because he booked over for the Black Boule and stole his sideburns and his damn face.
Now that was an unnecessary strain for sure.
And then completely intentionally restructured what actually took place when it came to next Friday, because what Katt Williams really don't want to admit is that Ricky really ain't never did shit to him. He's just mad because Ricky got relationship to niggas that have actually done him wrong, which is Steve Harvey, which is Cedric the Entertainer, etc. So Ricky is just guilty by association in this situation with Katt. But Katt knows that sounds too estrogen-like to be mad at another nigga because he friends with another nigga. So he got to figure out some way to legitimize and falsify and substantiate what his real grievance is. And me and you, Tyrus, know how common this is because we in men's spaces all the time and see how these niggas jump out the window with they fool lie and all the fuck shit they say to justify they fool lie. And this is what Katt Williams was doing. He mad at the nigga because, nigga, you friends with my ops. I don't really got no real beef with you, but I can't say that publicly because I already got long hair and I'm already 3'2", and they already mistaking me for a little underage girl when they see me. So it's already given too feminine. I can't be in my feelings like that. Oh, well, so let me then just peel away everything you said about Money Mike and then remix all that shit to paint you as a liar so that now it looks like I have a legit reason to beef with your motherfucking ass. But Ice Cube just called all cap on Katt Williams.
You know what, Conscious? I will concede this point. Because I watched the interview and didn't do it, I should have gave Ricky Smiley the same sort of benefit of the doubt that I gave Katt Williams. You're absolutely right on that.
I can respect the masculinity in you for that. Yep.
What?
Yep. Now, last but not least, do you think Katt gonna take Ice Cube on a high-speed chase down I-95 in Sacramento as a result of him challenging Katt Williams' perception of things?
No, because that's what you don't get, Conscious. That response was so diplomatic. Conscious, that's beast mode. I'm just here so I won't get fined. That's exactly what Ice Cube did.
Agree. But nonetheless, he still debunked that nigga. I don't care about how diplomatic it was, nigga. He just called your fucking bluff and got up on his live stream, unlike what he did for Ricky, because Ricky, once again, it wasn't nothing to debunk. That was the truth.
I think for them two, this is going nowhere because not only are they both good friends, they both need each other for the films they're working on. So I think Ice Cube and Katt. There's not going to be nothing that comes from that.
How you feel about Katt Williams at this point? Like, where your attitude at?
My attitude is the moment he comes to Cleveland, Ohio, I'm buying tickets. That's my
look. When thank you for saying that, because you better get on that shit right after this live stream, Tyrus, because his ticket sales went up by 40%. His tickets jumped from 50 to 70, and they're going up, and the floor seats are already priced at 500, and they're already saying that he already done sold as a result of this interview 5 million tickets sold to his show and his tour Dark Matter. So anybody who looking to go, y'all better start purchasing right fucking now, because as clout goes up, demand goes up, and as demand goes up, prices gonna go the fuck up. So if you're going to see Katt Williams' ass on the Dark Matter tour, bitch, you better get to swiping that card left and right tonight.
Whew. Good God.
I'm gonna look at it from Netflix personally. Do you want to see Steve Harvey, Cedric Whiteneck entertainer? Like, what you want to see, because it's receipts coming out on those men that they have in fact not only stolen jokes from Katt.
Yeah, have you seen that on the blog seat?
Yeah, I've been seeing it. Yeah. What you think should happen? I would file a fucking lawsuit against them niggas.
You can't. Comedy and jokes. That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Really?
Right. This right here has to exist on the social level, which is now everybody knows they actually stole his jokes. You get what I mean? Like, I don't think there's anything legally you can do about it, especially because it's been so long. But I think, especially when it comes to comedian, your reputation is everything. And as far as stand-up goes, it's already been tarnished. Because it's confirmed they was absolutely stealing his jokes.
The nigga is a marketing genius. He clearly, I don't know whether the seats were not feeling like that of a Carrie Hilton concert, and he just knew that coming through and clapping back at a 10-month-old interview was going to do it. I mean, he told Shannon Sharp that he was there to understand the assignment. He literally told him that, nigga, this is going to be one of your most important viral shows. So he knew what he came to do, okay? That was a part of his goddamn comedy.
Conscious. If Steve Harvey and Cedric respond, do you think that will hurt?
They already have.
Hurt. No, I mean like respond. Like
they already have.
Well, they've responded like on the internet and things like that, but I'm talking about another full-fledged interview.
No, I don't think that outside of the responses that they already done got, Cedric done came forward and said, bitch, you capping. I ain't stole shit from you. I've been using that joke way before you and your perm was ever even thought about, and y'all can pull the footage on that. That's what his response was. Steve's response was a weak ass Beyonce response. Like, I ain't got time for a nigga who losing his hairline. So, that's been their response. However, Tyrus, I think they're gonna leave it at that, because of course Cedric and of course Steve knows that they're not going to out roast Kevin Hart. They don't have the roasting capacity. And considering all the goddamn heat that Steve is in with his alleged criminal ass wife and his weird ass coworker and her goddamn husband who locked up on bestiality and pedo charges, baby, it's open season. I know Steve don't want Katt Williams to grab the neck of them goddamn allegations and drama. So no, of course. Now Luda didn't back the fuck down, and Ricky, he gave a real nice, I don't really know what the problem is. I'm just giving some industry insiders like what DVDs do. I mean, you get some bloopers, you get to figure out things you ain't know before. I don't know what the fuck the nigga problem is, but let me call my manager and I wish him all well. And I'm not gonna go in because it's the anniversary of my son's death. And I mean, okay, well, God bless. I mean, God bless. So, that was his response. But Katt Williams was looking for a moment. He got a moment. He spoke some truth. And then he bullshitted and spoke some blatant fucking lies that Ice Cube had to get up on his internet because he had to avenge me. Ice Cube, had to avenge me, okay? Because I'm the queen and I'm the king, and he could not leave y'all out here disillusioned, okay? He had to vindicate my third eye. He had to vindicate my divinity. He had to vindicate, okay, me, who always right about all things, baby. We went on Cold Fam, and he got up in a piece of queen, and now I'm gonna have to, send him a hooker over there to, just as a little thank you note. Okay, I'm gonna have to Lil Boosie him and send him a hooker over there. She might be on crack, but nonetheless, she will be ready and she will be willing. Okay, so I think that concludes Hot Topic.
Hell yeah.
Tyrus, are you gonna get a channel? Because I always ask my guests at the end, where they can find you. Is there anywhere you want people to follow you at out here on these internet streets?
I guess I could put my IG in the chat, but again, I'll always say that thank you, Conscious, for inviting me on, and thank you for always.
So the people love you. The ladies are like, where that fine ass Tyrus at?
Look,
you gotta love you got a growing fan club over here.
I told
and then you standing up for this weak ass nigga Katt. So you definitely are the people's champ right now.
I tell you this all the time, and I tell other people, there's plenty of Black and Latino content creators that I don't want to just, overflow the market. I rather just use my money on super chats and cash apps and support the people who are already doing their thing, like you, Conscious. So if I'm just allowed to be on the panel, that's perfectly fine with me. If anybody want to follow me on Instagram, I guess y'all can follow me and my fam. It's Tyrus _05, and that's it.
Okay, I'm about to put it in the chat. 05 Instagram. You guys follow Tyrus the King out here, swinging and banging all across the manosphere, shaking the damn table. Okay, showing his versatility. He can go from arguing sociology and relationships and race and politics to also being a pop culture critic. You might be the next best thing coming out these YouTube streets, Tyrus. You might need to think about creating a channel.
I might. I'll consider. I'm still considering it.
All right. Well, tell the wife and the fam hello. I'm gonna let you get to your Saturday. This was really fun. This was really good energy. Absolutely. This was a really great Hot Topic show. I'll hit your ass. All right, I'll hit your ass later. That was Tyrus, baby. 05. All right, y'all. This was an epic Hot Topics. I'm gonna go relax more so in my femininity. Get my interview together with Miss Claudia Jordan and make sure that you guys, matter of fact, let me go ahead and put that link in the chat because my husband, Ice Cube, okay, came and avenged me. He heard the cry from the land. All right. That was all about me and only about me. He did that for me, okay? Not for you, but for me. This is the link to the Claudia interview for those of you who have not set your reminder. You go ahead and click that link, set your reminder, girl. We'll be live and in color at noon and at Eastern Standard Time. Patrons, we're going to make a post and Patreon. Y'all get first dibs on all questions y'all want me to present to the queen. And I see you all out live and in color, baby, at noon. Any and all tea, send it to me. And we're also going to put our foot on the necks of Steve Harvey and Cedric, etc. and get into all of their bullshiggity as well, okay? Because Katt wasn't all the way wrong. He was right about some shit, too. We're going to get into all that as well. So I'll be seeing y'all, okay? We just keep that same energy for everybody, all right? Bye.